Welcome to A Cup of Me, where you get your daily dose of some ish you probably gonna need. I'm your host, Sarita, and if you didn't know, this is a radio show, and I'll be posting the playlist below. I hope everyone had a good holiday, Happy New Year, all of that good stuff. You guys haven't seen me in a while. Hope you're happy to see me. I'm happy to see you guys. So we're gonna get into it today. I do want you guys to know, I don't know if I mentioned this before, I probably did, but I am a new follower of Jesus Christ. So I don't got all my sense. Like my holy sense, like Christian ways, but I'm getting there, just so y'all know. But this week, I want to get into it because for the first time in like probably a month, I finally have all the products I need for like to moisturize my skin and get ready before I head out the house. And I had products that were similar, but they would get the job done, but it wouldn't feel like it would with the original products that I've been using. So I was using different products for about a month, and then when I got my original products that I used back, I was like, oh my goodness, like this is definitely it. This is like it, like this works the best. And I was like, that's how I feel now following Jesus. Because I did the crystals, I did the readings, I did all that stuff. And following Jesus, like this is it. It feels so much better, and this is it. And a lot of my problems have went away with prayer, and I know like that God is the only one that's been helping me. And I say that to say that when that man or that woman comes, you're gonna know like this is it. This feels like perfect. Like it's you and them together is like everything you could imagine, you didn't even imagine. Like it's gonna feel like that. Like this is it. All right. And then I want y'all to know, when y'all get that man or woman, do not forget, guess what? Everything they do, you're gonna have to do. Everything they do, you're gonna have to do. Like if that man goes to his mama house on Sundays, you're gonna have to go with him to his mama house on Sundays. And on top of it, like whether if you go to his mama house, I will hope you're his girl. So if you go to his mama house, you gotta go every Sunday with him, and you gotta help out. You gotta do stuff. Cause if you don't do anything, you just sitting around, you're gonna look like a bad woman, period. A bad girlfriend. That's it. Just bad. They're gonna be like, nope, clip, she's out of there. And and fellas, like, if your lady is holding shindigs, you're gonna have to go, brother. You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go to the shindig, and you're gonna have to act like you wanna be there. And ladies, if your man is doing shindigs, you're gonna have to go, and you're gonna have to help. Yeah, ladies, we gotta just go and help. Men, you gotta help too. Like your lady doing a shindig, you're gonna have to help. But I feel like I'm still old school. Please do not come over here with the nonsense. I still believe in roles. If you don't, that is great for you. Okay? I like my role as a woman. And I think like, if a man is going to his girl shindig, he gonna be helping out with like bringing out the food and setting up stuff and things like that. But when it comes to like the cleaning and the cooking, he can help with that. But I feel like that's more of a lady's role. Please do not come for me. Okay? Please. Because I've been nice. I be being nice. Don't start. Be nice. That's right. Be nice. But I want y'all to know. So I was thinking about that recently, and I'm like, wow, like, imagine talking to somebody and they having a shindig, and you gotta be at these shindigs and you gotta help. But you don't really like the people at the shindigs. Yo! So if that ever happens to you, like, your significant other is doing something and you really don't want to go, or you don't like the people there, I got you. Just bring a thing of cards. Bring some cards. Regular playing cards, Uno cards. Bring some cards, right? And play a game. That eases the tension. Everyone's gonna have fun. They're gonna be competitive, or they're gonna have fun, or both. But I think like that's the best thing to do, is just bring cards. One thing I always do is I always have a deck of cards in my bag. All the time. I used to keep one in the car, a deck of cards and Uno, because sometimes you just want to chill, right? Say you go out with somebody and y'all are having a good time. Like right now it's mad cold. It's freezing. You just met them. He doesn't want you in his house. You don't want him in his house. Y'all are chilling, sitting in his car or sitting in your car. You pull out the deck of cards, you're good. Y'all could sit, have a whole conversation, play games, still spend time together. Like the cards, I feel like, are everything. Playing cards. All right? So yes, you're gonna have to go. No, for real. You gotta go, because guess what? You gotta be considerate. Consideration is something like, sometimes, I don't know, like, consideration is very important in all of your relationships. Professional, personal, romantic, like all of that. With your career, your job, with your lovers, with your friends. Consideration is really important, because there's ways that people would like to be treated. And it's really important if you want to keep those people in your life. It's not like, oh, you need to change the way you are, but just tweak little things, because you're going to want someone to be considerate of you as well. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I have a really, really good friend, and like my mouth was very potty and all of that. And when I would talk at times, I would say things, and she ended up telling me after a while, like, it's triggering to her. And I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking like, what? I always talk like this. But she's like, it's triggering. And we've been friends since we were young. And she's like, it's triggering to her. And it took me a while, you know, but I've really learned now how to talk to her. And that's because I value our relationship. Like, I love her. And it's like, if you want someone in your life, it's okay to be considerate. It's not a, oh, you gotta change how you are. No, but you're gonna want someone to be considerate of you. So be considerate of others. So yes, honey, your man got them shindigs, you gotta go. And brother, she got some shindigs, you gotta go. Cause y'all gotta be considerate of each other. So it is the new year, so I take it a lot of people are like, oh, out with the old and with the new. Yes, that is very true. And make sure your ego knows that you don't want the old. Because your ego will have you caring about things that you do not care about. Okay? You will be caring about things that you do not care about. The ego, I had to pray for God to silence my ego. Y'all already know I gave y'all the story. But the ego will have you just doing things to fulfill it, and they're not even the things you want. Like, if you really want new, you gotta let God do the work. The biggest thing that was my hurdle was letting go of control. And I did not know that control can stem from anxiety, like having anxiety. And my prayers is the only thing that really released me from having anxiety. Once I didn't have anxiety, I'm good with not having control. I'm really good. One thing I do believe in is, like, you know, people are like, oh, let people do what they want to do. Yes, you watch people do what they want to do. You don't control them, but I think it's really important if someone does something that, you know, triggers you or makes you feel a way, or you get an emotion that's not the best, that you should speak about it. Because you don't want to just, you know, brush it under the rug, or you don't want to say to them, hey, you need to be doing this because you made me feel like this. No, it's something that you guys should speak about, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that that person actually wants to be considerate of you, and that you actually want to be considerate of them. Because there's some people, they don't care. They don't think they should be considerate. They think that you're trying to change them. You know how people get, oh my God, you're forcing me. Oh, 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 oh. It's not forcing, it's consideration. You know what I mean? It's consideration. But letting go of control has really allowed me to relax, let people do what they want to do, still be considerate of others. But I am really big like on consideration, because there's a lot of things that I don't do that people don't know. When it comes to like opposite sex relationships, I like the opposite sex. Okay. So when it comes to like, you know, my male relationships, I'm very considerate. And then at times I'll feel like, wow, they're not as considerate of me. But, you know, it is what it is. And I don't think it's that necessarily that they're not considerate of me. I think that there's other things that they do that they feel is considerate. But, you know, everybody's, what everybody needs is not the same. What someone may say, oh, I'm doing this, so you should be okay. That might not be what the other person needs. And that's when I think consideration needs to be taken in. You know what I mean? Like, it's two different people. You can't say, oh, I did this for her, so she should be good. No, she might need something else. But then also, that's a big thing as women. I feel like a lot of times we don't speak up. So I think we should really be clear. Men also, men do not speak up. We should really be clear on, hey, this made me feel like this. Do you think that, you know, you could do this or whatever next time? Because there's gonna be a time where he's gonna want you like, hey, can you not do that? Or what, you know, like that's gonna happen. So just be considerate of each other and don't take it like, oh, he's forcing me to do this or she's forcing me. No, if you actually still want that person, you're gonna be considerate of the way that they feel. Speaking about consideration, I would love my man to consider babying me. I like to be babied, like for real. Like I know they be like, oh, you know, like I was thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? You like men, women want men open the door, you know, help you with your jacket. All of that stuff is what mothers do. Good mothers. Like you gotta open the door for your kids. You put their jacket on. You help them put their shoes on, take off their shoes. Like all of those things women are doing. And then men do that to women as like a signal of, is it chivalry or courtship or whatever? Like to me, it's just a signal of like, I got you. I got you when I'm here. Come baby me. I like it when you hold my jacket up for me to put my arms through. Yes, I do. Y'all know this man picked up my jacket for me to put my arms through. I did not want to wear my jacket. I literally was like, oh, I'm gonna go outside. I ain't gonna wear no jacket because, you know, it's nice out. When I saw him lift up that jacket for me to put put my arms through to put on my jacket. Because ladies, I'm gonna tell you, even though I was like ready to go outside with no jacket, the fact that he did that, you better take the nice things that a man does. They always say, let a man be a man. Take the nice gestures that he does, because if you don't and he stops, you're gonna wish he kept doing that. I said that before, but that was like a live example. All right? But I love that. What? Helping me take off my shoe. Holding the door, all right, but the jacket and the shoe, oh my goodness. And for the fellas, I know fellas are like, well, what did the ladies do for us? Y'all better be loving on y'all man. Y'all better be rubbing him down. Bathe him. Y'all ain't never, how many ladies in here ever bathed a man before? One time. But it's like the sweetest, you know, it's a sweet gesture. It's the sweetest, one of the sweetest gestures. Like, especially if you know they're going through it or something happened. Like my time when I did it, something had happened and they finally had came home and I was like, you know what? I got you. I got you. I'll bathe that black mom. Mm-hmm. Make sure. And it's like, people are like, oh, I'm not gonna do this for anyone because no one does this for me. Make sure you get with people that don't want to do nothing for nobody either. Because if you're like that and then you get with somebody and you notice them doing things but you don't want to do nothing, you do not deserve that person. You don't. But we know you're gonna go and get it anyway. So whoever's, if you're a man or a woman and you're a doer for others, make sure you get somebody that's gonna do for you. They always say that and it's very true. Please, please, please make sure.
Can you see it, my brother? Can you see the new? Can you see it, sister? Can you see the new?